I'm back at Nelson's Bar. Decided to come do some metal detecting. My plan's to hike up to where Concow Creek comes into the lake. It's about 2.5 miles from here. Hopefully I find something interesting, but there's a whole family of deer right over there. A bunch of babies that are playing. It's adorable. And look at all this vegetation that started growing in the last 2 weeks. It's all brand new. It's crazy how big these fissures are. See if I can show you. It's just drying out and cracking open. So much sediment. Just giant chunks. Put the camera down in it. Cocker burls don't have any downtime, right, to germinating. They're gonna be all over the lake. Sucks. Here we go. Here's Hodap over here. Making good time, I guess. Looks like somebody walked through here. A couple people walked over here. My first creek crossing. Not excited about it. Oh boy, I don't know if I can do it. Nope. Nope. Oh crap. I don't try to cross over there. Up to my knees. Right here's not bad. A ton of sand getting pushed down. It's not even that much of a flow, but there's a whole bunch of sand getting carried away. See if I can do this. It's like a deep enough eddy, I can't help but wonder if there's a fish in here. Well, no time today. Maybe on the way back. Oh boy. A fun muddy part to try to meander through. So the trip is like a field of purslane at the bottom of Lake Oroville. Just looking at it, it looks like a field of grass. It's unreal. It's cool to know there's a little underhang right there. Must have caught 5 or 6 bass off this earlier this year. Last time I hiked here. It's always a trip to see what it looks like underneath where you're fishing. And by now you're probably wondering why I'm not metal detecting. Well, I got a long way to hike. I'd rather get the long part over with before it gets hot, so if I have time, I'll metal detect through here on the way back. But looking for vintage lures, and I feel like most of them are gonna be up higher on the bank and not exactly down here in the bottom anyways. When I dig through those sediment layers, usually all I find is beer cans. Makes me want to fish. There's Cape Horn. Actually following somebody else's trail, so somebody's already been up here. Hopefully they know where they're going. There's definitely a dead animal around here. It smells so bad. It's getting stronger too. It's Cape Horn. Look, there's the 5 mile an hour buoy. That's the one in my profile picture. That's how high the water was last time I was here. That was earlier in the winter though. A lot of vegetation. This area dries out pretty often. Deer trail or something? Oh, maybe people are up here doing prospecting. That was fun. A lot of practice. It's just starting to look like somewhere there might be a trout. Little pockets, it's deep. There's actually rocks. Actually, I have a picture sitting right here fishing off this rock from earlier this year. I'm a little surprised how deep it is. Yeah, there's no way to do it without getting in the water at this point. I really don't feel like doing it, so I think I'm just gonna turn around. I only have a couple hours this morning, and I know I could hike up there, but it would probably take me all day. Boulder hopping. I brought a little too much stuff for that, so I think I'll do it another time just without the metal detecting stuff. There's a good spot over this way that I want to check out. I found a lot of good lures last time I was there. Might as well do it while I'm here. It's too bad, I really want to go up there. It's not that deep right here, but I'm sure there's a good pocket over there, and I'll be swimming trying to carry my backpack above my head. No, it just doesn't sound fun to me. It's cool hiking up here and seeing it though. I mean, this wide angle on the camera really just doesn't do anything justice, but it's like being in the middle of a big old canyon. Came up to try to get a little video of the waterfall. It's really hard to see. This is right where you always hear people say, oh, I caught a 5-pounder off the cliff. This is the cliff. Water's up. This channel holds a lot of big fish. You can see it's just a big vert wall with a bunch of inlets. This one's a pretty big overhang if you see it. That's where the big ones lay when the water's up. One last little look before I turn around. Big old cliff. You know, I love hiking, so coming up here was not a waste of time. It's always fun to take a look, and I actually do love boulder hopping in creeks. I've dragged my friends down to the Feather River to go to Curtain Falls a few times. It's just nice to get out of the house. Oh, almost looks like a face, kind of. Alright, time to head back. Sure is pretty up here though. Yeah, it's too bad. I really didn't want to turn around quite yet. Like I said earlier, the flow's up today. I'm not exactly sure why. I mean, I don't think we got that much rain from the thunderstorms, but maybe? I don't think there's anything upstream where they can increase the flow. On this is West Fork. But I don't know. Okay, this spot looks way too good. I gotta try to fish here. I don't know. If I was in any other creek, I would say there's a trout under there. Here, I have no idea. This will be something new for me. I've never really tried to trout fish here. I mean, it looks like I got a little nibble from something. At the top of the worm and the bottom of the worm, so. It's a little fish in there. Not big enough to actually bite though. Not big enough to hook. There's a sided metal tech here. First thing I found, rusty razor blade? I don't know. Disappointing. It's something. Got it out of the hole. See if we can find it with the pin pointer. Right there. Oh yeah. Tin can lid. Awesome. Another wonderful treasure that's been buried for years. Oh well. Gotta be a bottle cap. It's like an old key. Rusted down to nothing. It's probably been on their lake for 50 years. Oh, piece of wire. The other treasure. Look at that, look at me. Sun is coming up fast. I was hoping it'd be more overcast today. Yeah, maybe not. I'm tired of going around and over. Just gonna go through. Meant to bring my sandals, but oh well. Oh, a little deeper. Whoa! An actual pocket. Oh, save me a little time getting back. There's the smell. There's something dead right here. Is that it? Oh man, it's bad. There it is, dead deer. Disgusting. If it wasn't for that rock right there, you'd be able to walk that side all the way up. You'd think it's a deep V, but the V's flattened out with sediment. You see, like when I was up where the creek's coming in, that area has had low water a bunch of times, so there's really no sediment there because it all gets washed down. You can see the difference between here and there where there's sediment. There's no big boulders, there's no creek. It's just a layer of sediment, and below that there's a layer of sand. No more deep canyon, creek. As the farther you go out, the more of a sediment layer there is, more that's true, where there's no creek anymore. Not a traditional Sierras creek. There's the sun. You know, I might just skip metal detecting, head over to Vinton Gulch and maybe try to salvage the morning, catch a fish or two. A little disappointed. I know there's tons of stuff to metal detect. There's too much ground to cover. I don't really have the time today, like I said. Bit disappointed. Comes the creek crossing I'm not excited about either. Sure is a beautiful morning though. Well, that was fun. Let's get the heck out of here. Here's a good example of the sediment layers. You see below it, it's all bark and debris. And below that, above that, you got the silt. Below it, you got the sand layer. And this layer of sediment's actually just sitting on a little outcropping. In case you were wondering, they stopped opening the gate in the morning. So if you come here, you gotta park up top, walk down. I'm out of here. See you next time.